Hello, my name is Arnold, and today I'm going to be giving a brief explanation and tutorial on how to fly a helicopter in Squad using a controller. Now, this isn't going to be an in-depth tutorial on how to fly a helicopter. Instead, I'm assuming you already know how to fly a helicopter, but this is going to be a short video on how to fly a helicopter specifically with a controller. Now, I'm just going to run through the controls that I have real quick. Feel free to pause anytime during this segment, but it's pretty straightforward. So your collective increase will be your right trigger, your decrease will be your left trigger, your yaw left will be your left thumbstick going left, your yaw right will be the opposite, left thumbstick going right, your pitch up will be your right thumbstick up, your pitch down will be right thumbstick down, your roll right will be right thumbstick right, and then your roll left will be right thumbstick left. Pitch control and roll control you don't need to worry about. The rest is pretty self-explanatory. Load construction supply will be D-pad up. Unload construction supply will be D-pad down. Load ammo supply will be D-pad left. Unload ammo supply will be D-pad right. D-pad right. The actual helicopter controls: enter and exit vehicle, which is on the ground vehicle page, is X. Engine on and off is A. Your landing camera will be Y, and your zoom will be B. For miscellaneous controls, your map will be the start button on your controller. Your console will be the select button if you ever need your console. And then for voice chat will be your left shoulder button, your left bumper for command chat, your right shoulder button, your right bumper for squad chat, and then down on the left stick for proximity chat. For free look in the helicopter, that'll be down on the right stick. Alright? Some optional changes you can make are, you can change any of these controls. These are just what I find to be personally comfortable as somebody who used to play other helicopter flying games like War Thunder and Battlefield 3 and 4. These controls are molded to mimic the sort of control scheme I had with those games. But some optional things you can do, or one optional thing you can do, is increase or decrease the helicopter sensitivity. With flying on a controller, it can get janky at times, so you may or may not want to increase or decrease your sensitivity depending on your personal preference. So with that done, let's now enter the helicopter, and I'll give you a brief demonstration of how the controls work. To enter the helicopter, you're not going to want to use your controller, because the way controllers on Squad work without the Steam integrated controller support is it's very hard to mimic how it would be to play the game using your mouse and keyboard. So to make it easier for yourself, enter using your mouse and keyboard. The rest will be done on the controller. So to turn the helicopter on, we'll press A. Helicopter will spin up. We'll increase the collective to 100, and then I'll give you a brief demonstration of the controls. Alright, coming to a hover now. So, your rudder, left stick going left, right stick going right now. Your pitch, right stick going up right now, down, right stick going down right now. That's your pitch. And then your roll, right stick going left, right stick going right. Then you have command, squad, then proximity chat, all the separate buttons specified before. Left bumper, right bumper, down on left stick. Zoom is B. Landing camera is Y. To open the menu will be X. And then finally engine off is A, but I can't turn off the engine while I'm flying. Your map will be the start button. Console is your select button, if you need it. And finally, free look is your down and right stick. If I wanted to unload supplies, am I too high, or can I not do this map? Anyway, to unload and load supplies would be your D-pad, as mentioned before. Construction would be load up, unload down, and then ammo, load left, and then ammo, unload right. So now I'll give you a brief demonstration of how flying looks with this control scheme. Alright, engine off. Alright, so that's a brief demonstration of how flying looks. Now, as you saw before, maneuvers still work. They're a little bit jankier to perform, but you can still do things like J-hooks and barrel rolls. They just require a little bit more patience and a little bit more time to learn. Now, there are some quirks of helicopter flying using a controller, mainly the jankiness of turning and general controls such as your pitch and your roll. When using your controller, there is no in-between between 1 and 100. It'll immediately go to 100. Usually on controller, on console, you have an acceleration depending on the point where your controller stick is. That doesn't exist here. You will go from 0 to 100, and you have to learn to adjust for that. So what's a solution to this will be the feathering of your sticks in order to do wide angle turns or slower pitches. So I'll give you an example of that right now. If I wanted to do a turn and I just held my stick to the right, this is what it would look like. I'm just turning, and I'm losing speed as I do it, right? Almost as if I'm auto-rotating. If I pick up speed and I want to hold that speed into a turn, I have to feather my stick. This is me feathering my stick. You'll see it's almost as if I stop and go, stop, 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 go, stop, go. It's not as visible, but you can still see it, right? I maintain a lot more speed in that turn, allowing me to do wider turns at a faster speed. This will help you stay alive in a lot of scenarios. Other things include map and marker placement. So if I want to set a landing zone, I am not going to be able to do it using only the controller. So I will press start on my controller, and then using my mouse, I will select where I want to put a marker. So I put the marker here before, it goes there. Last thing with spotting. Spotting is also going to be done with both the controller and the mouse. So if I want to spot vehicles, I will activate free look by pressing down on the right stick, and then using the mouse to look around and spot things using a hotkey that I have on my controller. Just place the move mark right there if I want to spot something. There you go. And last but not least, as mentioned before, rearming and depositing. It'll be the same thing, but instead of having to open your menu at the radio that you're depositing your supplies at, simply use the buttons listed on the D-pad in order to quickly deposit and load supplies. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Just some final notes. Flying a heli with a controller in this game is incredibly inefficient and should only be done for 2 reasons. The first reason is if you have previous experience flying in any other games whatsoever. Using a controller, sorry, such as, Battlefield, War Thunder, or any other Milsim games like Arma. Or, the second reason being, if you just find controllers as a more comfortable option to use for flying, even if you don't have any other experience. flying with a mouse and keyboard is the best possible option currently for squad flying. That is discounting a flight stick, because I don't have $400 to spend on solely a flight stick. So if you're new to the game and you want to start flying, and you've never flown with a controller before in any other game, nor do you even enjoy using controllers as a comfortable medium, then don't use a controller. It's just that simple. But if you're stubborn like I am, and you just can't wrap your head around using a mouse and keyboard instead of a controller, then it works. But it takes some getting used to, but in the end, you will be just as good, or if not just as good, than other pilots. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.